and welcome to today's Global News Roundup. I'm Berry, from Ben Taurus TV, bringing you the latest stories shaping the world. From Nigeria's response to international allegations to sports upsets, stay tuned for an exciting ride across the biggest headlines. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates. Let's dive in. Nigeria denies collusion with France. We begin with Nigeria, where the government has strongly denied accusations of colluding with France to destabilize Niger Republic. These claims surfaced after Niger's military leader, General Abdurrahmane Chiani, alleged that Nigeria and France were working together against his country. In a statement, Nigeria's Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, described these allegations as baseless and said they exist only in the realm of imagination. He emphasized that Nigeria, under President Bola Tinubu's ECOWAS leadership, has maintained open-door diplomacy to restore peace in Niger following the coup that ousted its democratic government. Idris further highlighted Nigeria's commitment to regional stability, dismissing claims of ceding territories or collaborating with France to establish terrorist bases in Sokoto State. NBS allocates 35 million Nigerian nairas for cybersecurity. Next, we move to a major step forward in cybersecurity. Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, has allocated 35 million Nigerian nairas in its 2025 budget for enhancing digital security after a recent cyber attack compromised its website. The December 18 hack forced the Bureau to issue warnings against misinformation, raising alarms about the vulnerability of government digital infrastructure. This comes as Checkpoint Software Technologies reported that Nigeria faces an average of 3,759 cyber attacks weekly, highlighting the urgent need for digital security improvements. Peter Obi advocates skill empowerment for inmates. Former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi is advocating for skill acquisition programs for inmates in Nigeria's correctional centres. According to Obi, these initiatives will rehabilitate inmates and prepare them to reintegrate into society. During a Christmas visit to the Nigerian Correctional Center in Onitsha, Obi praised the establishment of educational facilities and called on the government to replicate such efforts nationwide. He also lauded the National Open University of Nigeria for its study centers in prisons. Obi's call reminds us that empowering marginalized groups is essential for societal development. Sokoto governor visits victims of airstrike. In Sokoto State, Governor Ahmed Aliyu has visited families affected by a tragic military airstrike that claimed at least 10 lives. The incident occurred during an operation targeting armed criminal groups but mistakenly hit civilians. The governor attended the victims' funeral prayers and donated 20 million Nigerian nairas alongside food supplies to support the grieving families. Aliyu described the incident as unfortunate and assured that thorough investigations would prevent such mistakes in the future. Historic cocaine bust in Lagos. Over to Lagos, where a federal high court has sentenced 4 drug kingpins to a combined 28 years in prison for trafficking 2.1 tons of cocaine. This represents the largest cocaine seizure in Nigeria's history. The convicts, including a Jamaican national, were fined and had properties worth millions of naira confiscated. The NDLEA also secured the final forfeiture of 2 houses linked to the cartel. This ruling sends a strong message about Nigeria's zero-tolerance stance on drug trafficking. International news. Kenya's police deny abduction allegations. Now to Kenya, where the police have denied involvement in a recent wave of abductions targeting government critics. Human rights groups have accused security forces of illegal detentions since protests in mid-2024. The disappearances include 3 young men in Nairobi who allegedly shared AI-generated images of President William Ruto. The police insist they are investigating these cases but deny any involvement. This has sparked renewed calls for transparency and accountability from Kenya's government. Sport news. Sporting Lisbon sacks coach Pereira. On to sports. Sporting Lisbon has sacked coach João Pereira after just over a month in charge. Pereira replaced Ruben Amorim, who left for Manchester United, but failed to sustain the team's winning streak. Sporting's loss of form has cost them top spot in the Primeira Liga. The club has now appointed Rui Borges, hoping to regain momentum. Fans will be watching closely to see if Borges can turn things around. Meanwhile, Fulham stuns Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Finally, an incredible upset in the Premier League as Fulham defeated Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. This marks Fulham's first win at Chelsea since 1979. Cole Palmer's early goal for Chelsea wasn't enough as Fulham substitutes Harry Wilson and Rodrigo Muniz scored in the final minutes to secure the win. The victory lifts Fulham to 8th in the league, furthering their European ambitions. Meanwhile, Chelsea's manager insists the young squad still has room to grow despite the loss. And that wraps up today's news roundup. From Nigeria's diplomatic rebuttals to thrilling football drama, it's clear the world is as dynamic as ever. What are your thoughts on these stories? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, share, and hit that bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.